So I want to use this occasion to assure Uganda that Uganda is secure. This killing of the two people who were with Katumba has two sides. One side is the bad schemes of the opposition, but also on our side there was laxity, because those killers stayed in that area for 55 minutes. It seemed they didn't even know the area where they were running up, going here, going there. So they would not have gone away. They would not have escaped. But now the police have got their orders. I'm sure they will be more organized. So that is the point on security. More importantly, I would like to emphasize the issue on the economy. I would appeal to Ugandans, many Ugandans, to get involved in wealth creation at the family level, because that's where the poverty is. And it's really unfair for these criminals, because there are people who work, there are families which work, there are people who grow crops, coffee, bananas. Some of them grow them for food only, but others grow them for food and also money. And those families are there. That's why the production of coffee has now gone from 3 million bags to 7 million bags. Who is producing that? It is the people. Maize is now 5 million tons from 500,000 tons, 200,000 tons in 1986. It's now 5 million tons. Milk, what? Everything has gone up. Who is producing this? Some of the families. Now, it is being a parasite for you not to engage in production, and you come to cause insecurity for those ones who are engaged in production. It's not fair. It's not godly. Everybody should see whether they can contribute, or if you can't contribute, at least don't disturb those who are engaged in production. Through wealth creation, we have been giving materials to the families. But we found that for the last 7 years, from 2013 to last year, we had supported about 900,000 families. I told our people, I said, but this is not enough, because the families in Uganda are 9 million. If therefore you support less than 1 million in 7 years, that's where part of the problem is. It means some of the families were not supported. Therefore, I'm appealing to the new parliament to agree with my plan that each year we support at least 2.5 million families. Because in that way, 2.5 million, in 4 years, you would have covered all the 10 million. You would have covered the 9 million plus. Because the families in Uganda are 9 million. Some are in the rural areas. They have some land. And we have experimented. And I would like the religious leaders here really to help religious and cultural leaders to help by preaching this gospel. Because, I was in the church myself. I think I would have become a bishop if God had not given me another assignment, because I was in the Scripture Union. But at that time, I had a problem with some of my church people, because they were saying, quoting the Bible, but misquoting it. They were saying, look at the birds of the air. This is where Jesus said something like that. Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor harvest, but God feeds them. And they were trying to tell our people that, and then they would say, look here, especially those Morocco, Dr. Kazimba's people. Some of them were really confusing our people. Because they would, and especially if they speak in Nyankore is a very dangerous language, but it's very strong. They would say, our gifts are in heaven. Here on earth, here on earth we are mere visitors. Our permanent home is in the heaven. And then they would say, in Nyankore, these are very terrible words, in Nyankore. They would say, things on earth are eaten by cockroaches. I don't know how they say it in Uganda. In Nyankore, it is very, very strong. When you say it in Nyankore, rust. That things here on earth rust and are eaten by cockroaches. So our real wealth is in heaven. And here we are just passengers, visitors, abajinyi. Our real home is in heaven. But I said, you people. My late father, Amos Kaguta, lived for 96 years. Now, so somebody to be a visitor for 96 years is a long time. What are you eating? Okay, we are visitors, we shall go to heaven, but meanwhile here, what happens? So I had to really, I don't know where God got our information from, because we opposed it. You can imagine that time we were in our 20s. And I challenged some of these people, I said, but you people, you compare yourselves. I don't know whether theologically I was right or what. The bishops are here, they can help me. But I used my own small theology to say, but you people, you say, the birds of the air don't sow, don't harvest, but they eat. But are you birds of the air? Because I heard that we were created on Saturday. And we were created in the image of God. So I had my own counter to say, no. This one. And I quoted the parable of the talents. Somebody who was given talents and multiplied them, and the one who didn't multiply them. So we were able to. So really, the political leaders, the cultural leaders, the religious leaders, please, on the issue of wealth creation, speak one language. If you want to tell me that it is unreligious not to produce wealth, then you tell me, then I will oppose you for sure. I cannot agree with that. Because man is a working animal, and all human beings should create wealth for their families and for the country. So if we do this, we are really going to move together. Now, then the burden will remain on the politicians to budget sufficiently, because there's also that problem. The leaders budget for other things, for travel, for what, They don't budget enough for production. So if we all become a society of producers in agriculture, in the villages, in small industries in the towns, services in the towns, small hotels and so on, computers, ICT, then we are going to build, it will be much better for the families, for the churches and mosques, and for the country.